Neo. Back in 2016, 2017, Neo was one of my favorite crypto projects. Made me really good cash. It was revamped from Ant shares. It was the Chinese Ethereum. That's how it was defined. It was the Ethereum killer. That was how it was, like the tag that was going around a lot. We see those tags too often these days. I want to take a look at what Neo can hit because I'm not bearish on Neo, but I don't expect new all-time highs, and I'll explain the reasoning for that in this video. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here, you don't know what the spreadsheet is. These coins are the first ones that I did videos about on this channel. In my videos as well, I bought up these coins. The reason for that is I believe they were going to make me a lot of money, and you can see what they were worth when I recorded the videos. You can also see the highs that these coins hit in under 18 months. And what your profit would have been if you'd put $100 into them when I released the videos and then sold them after about a year and a half, 16, 17 months. So if you did put 100 into each one, you can see what your profits would have been for some of them. Your total profit across all 26 would have been over 123 grand in under a year and a half. Now, it's not too bad. I sold these since the market crashed and stuff. I've been buying up new coins. These are the ones I share on my website, which is copymycrypto.com. So anytime I find a coin that I think can make me very good money, whether that's 20, 40, 50, 100 times my cash, I buy the coin. And what it means is I'll jump onto the site, tell my members about the coin, the profits it can have, and the percentage of my cash I'm putting in. So they can copy along exactly. It means they'll make the exact same profit as me. And they don't have to do any work. They don't have to do thousands of hours of research because myself and my team do that. And if that sounds good to you, go to the site now. Just pause this video. You'll see on the site what I've said in the past. You'll see what the members have earned. You can verify it all because it's all in the old videos on this channel. And if you like what you see, try the service out, guys. So, Neo. Like I say, so they were originally defined as Ant shares, and then they revamped a bit. So Neo, that's not good, guys. All right, fine. Anyway, Neo is a layer 1 blockchain. It was it was reported to always be the Chinese Ethereum. That's how it was defined. That was its tag in pretty much every article online. And it was one of the biggest gainers from in the 2018 bull cycle. It went staggeringly high. And Neo was one of the first cryptos to use a dual token model, which I really liked. And we saw Neo and Gas do absolutely phenomenally well in both those bull cycles. Gas is the token that fuels the transactions. Neo's almost in terms of moving funds using the Neo blockchain, it's almost instantaneous. It was pretty spectacular. And part and parcel maybe the success of Neo might have been that ease of moving as well. We had several issues back in 2017, 2018, one of which was congestion. The networks got congested like mad. We had that sort of CryptoKitties release on Ethereum, which caused hell on earth in terms of moving money around on Ethereum. And we started seeing particular coins pumping immensely. And they happened to be the coins that were the fastest to move, like Nano, like Dash. And Neo happened to be very fast as well. But I think, to be honest, more than that, Neo fundamentally benefited from being akin to Ethereum, being defined and referred to quite often as an Ethereum killer. And you know what? They did really well. Like, first bull cycle, they went from when Ant shares came out, it was like pennies, cents. And then it went all the way up to nearly $200. Did huge profits. Now, if we notice the second bull cycle that it had, nowhere close to its previous high. Now, obviously, that coincides, like over 2021, we saw the huge emergence of tons of different layer ones. We started seeing them pop up absolutely everywhere. We saw Solana come out, we saw Avalanche, we saw Cosmos, tons. I'm forgetting dozens and dozens and dozens of them. I don't need to keep saying all of them. And you know what? In terms of development, Neo actually got quite a bit done across 2023. So they released their monthly report for December of 2023. So HashKey joined the Neo Council. HashKey is obviously a huge infrastructure provider. And again, really good sign. They also increased the overall staking, like the infrastructure providers, with Binance Staking, Flamingo Finance, using or helping to secure the overall infrastructure. They've also done NeoX, which is the pre-alpha version of the testnet for NeoX. This is the new Ethereum virtual machine compatible sidechain. And it's invited developers to explore and test its features. So we'll see if that produces some growth. The head of Neo Ecosystem Growth, Managing Director of Neo Eco Fund, did some roundtable discussions of public blockchains. He was guest from 2 additional public chain projects. He was joined by guests, from Open Network and Injective. They've also introduced some new stuff like scan and pay with Neo and gas tokens. Again, not necessarily a bad thing, but not something that will go, yeah, this is amazing. They've accepted an invitation from Intoverse, which is a SocialFi project that did well in the Neo APAC hackathon. So it's one of the nodes for the Intoverse. They also have now nodes. So most of the sort of positive steps, to be fair, were more to do with infrastructure. But you can see, they've been pushing across all fronts. It's not looking too bad. They also have grant shares open now. This is their sort of transparent grants program for the Neo ecosystem. Now, kind of the downside here for me with regards to Neo is more to do with usage. There's 2 things really. So look, we obviously had huge issues in 2021 with China banning crypto, and Neo's spike came before that ban, and then that ban happened and it didn't even get close to the previous high in the next sort of wave of the bull cycle. And that could be a lingering issue for sure. This is the NDApp, which is the Neo dApps. So just off of having a look and seeing the top dApps, because I think that's a useful way of analyzing use case or usage rather. So this is 24-hour apps organized by 24-hour transactions, high to low. Now you would expect from Flamingo to be at the top because it's the most widely used Neo project. So we'll take a look at the legacy versus the N3. Really? Alright, fine. So let's have a look. Flamingo Finance Legacy. So, right, fine. This is useless. This is not very good. So 7-day transactions on the legacy system is 1 million transactions. Now, it's worth noting that this is a dog crap site, guys. Sort this out. Come on, man. You should be able to give me more information than that. Let's try Flamingo N3. Nah, this is really poor. Overall, right, let's just look at it across the board then. So, to the moon, across 7 days, 9,000 transactions. Flamingo Finance is N3, 13,787. Neo Burger, 4,400. I mean, it's not great, is it? Wing was kind of an interesting one when Wing came out. That actually did really well initially. Yeah, you know, For the Win is like one of the fourth most or fifth most, and I think it was like 400 transactions. So usage isn't really there. Also, it might be worth noting as well, Flamingo Finance from the legacy situation. Let's just see how the difference for Flamingo Finance is legacy. So please, an interoperable full stack DeFi protocol on Neo. So let's go to swap as an example. No. Okay, so I mean, this is getting decent usage, to be fair. You can't actually knock, like 1 million transactions across 7 days isn't bad, but it's still not great when this is purported to be one of the top 100 cryptos. It's purported to be one of the top layer ones. You know, it's one of the oldest layer ones. And usage just really isn't looking great, is it? Transactions, contracts, monitor. Can we see if the best block, last block? So you can't see, annoyingly as well, you know, certain elements that you can't see. Gas token, look at this. I mean, okay, so contract invocations in the last 24 hours, 336 on gas, 180. This is just not being used. This is my issue. And you combine that with a long-term downtrend. I don't think we're going to. I think Neo's going to struggle to even break $100 in the next bull cycle. Now, don't get me wrong. I still think it can hit about $90 or so. I think that makes sense in terms of percentage drops from peak to peak. You know, if it ran up to about $120, you're looking at about losing about a quarter of that to drop to $90. So I think that's about right. So I'd be looking at that as a $90 coin because fundamentally, which is still not bad. Like if you're 9x in your money, it's not bad, but it is lacking in users. It's lacking in overall long-term uptrend. Like it's nowhere close to a long-term uptrend. If you cannot onboard new users regularly, it's going to dwindle. It's going to start suffering. It's going to not die. It won't die, but it will get weaker and weaker and weaker as other layer ones improve. Neo just needs to start advertising, marketing, get your team to get people on board. And for God's sake, really focus on the grant system and get some solid innovations in, because I have not seen anything people have used on Neo other than Flamingo Finance in over 2 years. So until we see growth in the dApps, until we see growth in the user base, you cannot expect a new high for Neo. So I'd be looking at $90. But if you agree or you disagree, let me know in the comments down below. If you use Neo, how do you find it and why do you use it? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. And if you want to make the exact same profits as me in the next bull cycle, head over to copymycrypto.com, guys. That's the site I run where I share with my members every single coin that I own. Anytime I buy a coin, I let my members know what coin I'm buying, what profits it can have, and what percentage of my cash I'm putting in. This means the members can copy along exactly. It means they will make the exact same profit as me. When I sell a coin, I'll also tell them when I'm doing that as well, so they can cash out at the same time. So it's guaranteed to make the exact same profit as me. And the added bonus of all of this, they don't have to do any work. They don't have to do thousands of hours of research. If that sounds good to you, go to the site now. Read through it all, watch the videos, see what it's all about. You'll see the things I've said in the past, like a course that I did about Phantom in 2020, where no one was talking about Phantom. It had a market cap of 9 million, ended up doing nearly 700x. The people that took that course became millionaires. When I find the next Phantom, it won't be released on a course, it will just be told to the members. So if you want to find the next big coin that's going to win, copymycrypto.com is where you go. And like I said, everything on the site, you can confirm, you can verify, whether that's what I've said in the past, what the members have earned. It's all on the old videos. And if you like what you see, guys, try the service out, and I'll see you there. Take care. Bye bye.